Today, we're going to see how do we divide rational expressions. Now, the main idea here is that when you're dividing an expression, that is the same as if you multiply by the reciprocal of the denominator. Now, you gotta remember that reciprocal is when you flip a fraction. So let's say this is the original. Then the reciprocal of the original is just 3 over 2. So you just flip them. The top was your bottom, and the bottom was your top. So that is the idea of the reciprocal. Now, let's apply this main idea in the following examples. So let's see here, they're asking us to divide the following expressions. So we have here, we're not multiplying, we're dividing. So like it said, to divide by a fraction is the same as to multiply by the reciprocal. So let's apply that idea. Now we're gonna get the first expression, 783, and instead of divide, we're gonna multiply, and we're gonna multiply by the reciprocal of the right, which is gonna be 21 over 8 to the second. Now let's put a parenthesis around here. Look at this expression, a 7 8 to the third divided by 8 to the second 21. That is the same as a 7 over 3 divided by a squared 21. These two expressions represent the same, so if we multiply by the reciprocal of the denominator, we're going to have a 783 times 21 8 to the second, which is what we originally have. Okay, so to divide by a fraction, that's the same as to multiply by the reciprocal. This is just an explanation, but let's erase it. It's not part of the problem. Now that we have this, let's see, well, what can we do here? Well, let's multiply. I mean, let's see if anything cancels out. I mean, it does kind of cancel out, but it cannot be, you cannot see it right away. So let's just multiply top times top, bottom times bottom. So that becomes 21a divided by 7, 8 to the fifth, because you gotta remember that when you multiply variables, you add the exponents. 3 times 2, that's 5. So now, does anything cancel out here? I see that this a is gonna cancel out of this a, which is gonna become a 4. Well, let's rewrite that. 21, 7, 8 to the 4. I see that 21 divided by 7, that is 3. So that becomes 3, 8 to the 4th. And at the end, you gotta remember that you need to indicate what value of the variable we cannot use. So a cannot be 0. Okay, so that's pretty much it. It's the same as the previous video. It's just that it's an extra step. Let's apply the same idea here. We're dividing, so we don't want to use division. So our first step is to make it into a multiplication. So 3b minus 15 divided by 6b. We don't divide, but we multiply by the reciprocal of the right, which is going to be 9b squared for b minus 20. Okay, so I just rewrote it, and now it becomes like one of the problems that we're familiar with. Now we're going to try and see if I can factor anything out. Look at the top right. Can I factor out anything out? I see that they have a 3 in common. 3 and 15 have a 3 in common, so I can factor a 3. So what do we have left? b minus 5. Okay, so I just rewrote it. Denominator, 6b, nothing you can do about it. Numerator, 9b squared, nothing you can do about it. Denominator, I see that they have a 4 in common, so let's factor that out. Factor a 4. So what do we have left? b minus 5. Okay. So now, here comes a good part. Does anything cancel out? B minus 5s, they cancel out. Does anything else cancel out? Well, this B cancels out. Let's do the cancellation in blue. This B cancels out with one of these B's, which becomes a 1. So what do we have now? We have multiply 3 times 9, that's 27, times B, so 27B, divided by 6 times 4, so that's 24. And this is our final answer. Let's look at example 3. Let's see. Again, I'm dividing. I don't need that. First, we need to convert it into multiplication. So c squared plus 2c minus 8 divided by 6c. Don't divide, we multiply. And we multiply by what? By the reciprocal. Okay, so now we have this. Now that we have this, we gotta see, can I factor anything out? Let's do the factoring here on the side. Let's look at the expression c squared plus 2c minus 8. Can I factor this out? 3 terms, highest exponent 2, leading coefficient is 1. So I can do the x method. Number that goes on top, 1 times negative 8, so that's negative 8. 2 on the bottom. Two numbers that if I multiply it gets me negative 8. Add them up, it gets me 2. So that'll be 4 and 2. That will be negative 2. So let's check. 4 times negative 2, that is minus 8. 4 plus negative 2, that is 2. So the top expression you can rewrite as c plus 4 and c minus 2. And now let's look at the denominator. Can I factor anything out here? No, I can't. It's already a 6c, so I'll rewrite it 6c. Top right, can I factor anything out here? Nope. So 18c. Denominator, I see that they have a 5 in common there, so we can factor out a 5. So what do we have left? C plus 5 times what gives me 20, so that'll be 4. Okay, so now we have this big mess. Let's see if anything cancels out. I see that the c plus 4s can cancel out here. What else? What else? I see that this c cancels out with this c. Is that all that can cancel out? Well, it seems like it. So let's multiply now. C minus 2 times 18. That's 18. C minus 2. This cancels out. So that's 6 plus 5. 6 times 5, which is what? 30. And this is our final answer. Oh no, we can still simplify this. 18 and 30. I mean, let's use our calculator just to save some time. So 18 divided by 30. Math, fraction. You can simplify that as 3/5. So this is equal to 3c minus 2 over 5, because 18 over 30, that's the same as 3/5. So that means that 18c minus 2 over 30 is the same as 3c minus 2 over 5. It's basically the same expression. 3 over fifths, 3 over fifths, and you just add the c minus 2 on top because that's where you originally started. And this is it. This is our final answer here. Now let's look at our last example here. M squared minus 49 can I factor that expression? Well, now let's be consistent. Let's just rewrite it. M squared minus 49, 5m. We don't divide, so we multiply. We multiply by the reciprocal, which is going to be 20. M squared divided by 3m plus 21. Okay, so now we converted the division into multiplication. So now let's look. Can I factor out the top? Well, let's see. Can I factor out m squared minus 49? I can see that this is a difference of squares, where this is the same as m squared minus 7 to the second. 7 to the second, that's 49. So I can rewrite 49 as 7 to the second. And according to my rule of perfect squares, I can rewrite that as n plus 7 and n minus 7. So let's rewrite that. M squared minus 49, that's the same as n minus 7, n plus 7. Okay, so we have that. Denominator, 5c, nothing you can do about it. So I mean 5m, so multiply 5m. 20m squared, you cannot rewrite it, so let's just rewrite it here. 3m minus 21. I see that they have a 3 in common here, so you can factor out a 3 there. So if I decide to factor a 3 out, I'm going to have m plus 7, m plus 7, m plus 7. Okay, so we're back. Now let's see what can cancel out. M plus 7 cancels out with that m plus 7 here. Does anything else cancel out? Whoops. Does anything else cancel out? Well, let's see. This m cancels out with one of these m's. So what else is here? No, nothing else cancels out. So let's just multiply top, top, bottom, bottom. So m minus 7 times 20, that's 20, n minus 7. Denominator, 5 times 3, that's 15. So now we need to take care of this expression. Is there a way for me to simplify 20 over 15? Because that's the fraction that we have now. I mean, you can rewrite this as 20 over 15 times n minus 7. Well, that might be a little bit confusing here, so we're going to keep it this way. So can I simplify 20 over 15? This is the same as, let's just use our calculator to save some time here. So 20 divided by 15, math fraction, you can simplify that as 4/3. So that means that 20m minus 7 divided by 15, that's the same as 4n minus 7 divided by 3. And this is our final answer. Now, because of time issues, we're going to skip the last example, and we're going to go straight into the entrance ticket. So here's your entrance ticket. Now, divide the following. Remember that the ideas that we were practicing here was to convert that division into a fraction, into a multiplication. Now that it's in multiplication form, we factor it out, and then we cancel out, and we simplify it if possible.